Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Matt. That's me, Matt Criscuolo. Could be Irish if you put the O on the other end. But it's Italian, and I'm Italian American from the Bronx. I'm proud of it. I'm a jazz musician. I play the saxophone. I write music. I have other hats that I wear as well. And then I have this channel, and I'm so grateful that you guys stopped by to check it out. Those of you who know me, welcome back. Those of you who don't, I hope that you enjoy this as much as I do. This is going to be U2 doing New Year's Day, and this is the full version, and we're going to get right to it. And please, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check it out. Stay in touch. Hit that bell icon so we could stay in touch. And when I release other things, you'll be made aware of it. And also, if you like fun merchandise, check out the description below, or you can make a donation, something like that. Okay? Let's get right to it, shall we? Banga, banga, boongie. I'll tell you that I guess it was the guitarist named The Edge or something like that. I saw this documentary that I thought was fascinating. If you haven't checked it out, I think it was called It Might Get Loud. It's got Jimmy Page, Jack White, and this guy from U2, I think The Edge. And it was just a fascinating documentary. It was the first time I actually learned as much as I did about those particular musicians, and the first time I ever heard about Jack White, and I got turned on to him. And that dude I love Jack White. But anyway, the style that this guy brought to pop music, and I'm assuming he's the first one to do it, I don't know. Maybe you could tell us in the comments below. But the way The Edge would approach his concept, and the way he would play the guitar and back up the band, so to speak. It's kind of cool and different, I hear a little David Bowie. I hear a little Sting, like the Police. I even hear a little of The Cure, I mean, it's all rubbing off on each other anyway, right? They all kind of influence each other. Kind of throws me back a little bit. Under a blood-red sky, a crowd is gathered in black and white, arms entwined with chosen few. The newspaper says it's got a feel of a texture, a vibe to it. I'm trying to pay attention to the lyrics, but it's a little tough because I get a little bit entranced by the by the music. You know, I'm trying to hear what's going on with the music, and then on top of that, I'm looking at this what I think is the album cover, and I see this kid on the front, and the little bit that I know about U2, I would imagine this is some kid, some street kid, some kid that's kind of like spends a lot of time on the streets, and he's got this intense look in his eyes and his face, like life is not really that easy, and that he's not going to take any BS from anybody, and he's like a dog, that's ready to bite. You know what I mean? I don't know too much about the history of what was going on and is, or especially at that time, going on with with Ireland and England and stuff like that, different parts. I really don't know. I one of these days I'm going to delve into it, but I would imagine that even this song has something to do with that time and an event, maybe even. Wouldn't it be fun to be playing bass up there? I mean, it's wow. Go back for a second. If I had to guess, I would say that that's a vintage bass sound. Of course, I don't know what I'm talking about, but to me, to my ears, that sounds like a vintage bass sound, like almost like a Fender jazz bass kind of a sound. was happening. Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny. It's there's a lot of sound going on in there, and I thought, that it would have been flooded with sound, and I wouldn't have been able to really separate in my, and hear, the different instruments, but because they're not, screwing around with the mix and with the sounds with a lot of digital bullshit, I mean, they're real instruments, and you could even though the style of the guitar, and it sounds like there's two guitars in there. I don't think that they could have overdubbed, and laid down some other tracks on top of the tracks, but I have a feeling they might have actually done that, like in the moment with two guitars. I mean, it sounds like two guitars to me. But the point I was trying to make was, it doesn't sound like it's a big, messy, muddy. I could still hear the separation with the bass, the drums. It's recorded very well, and it's a testament to the musicians too, like how they don't want to fool around with trickery. That they're really, it was about the music, and about as being as pure with the music as possible. That's the way I hear this. I don't know. I'd like to know what you think. So anything you could tell us about this would be great. I really appreciate that. And look, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you can, subscribe to this channel as well that I'm doing this review. It's called TB Shockwave. And maybe even you too, if they have their own channel as well. Check them all out. We all appreciate the support, and bring in some good music to you. And I hope you enjoyed what was going on over here. So look, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And you take it easy. And if it's real easy, take it twice.